Hi, I'm Patti Moreno, the Garden Girl.
And I'm Mel Bartholomew with Square Foot Gardening Foundation.
Well, it's June today.
June already?
June, we are already
Wow.
in June. Our gardens are growing. They're doing beautifully. We've got our vertical supports,
Right.
but you know, our plants need a little bit more help.
They do. Well, I found that even though we've built the vertical frames and we have the nylon netting with the big openings, and the plants that do grow up will climb by themselves. Now, sometimes they want to go this way and sometimes they want to go that way. So you got to say, you got to stay and keep going straight up. Now, tomatoes are different because they won't grab and climb. They'll just lay flat and try to spread out looking for support. You have to help that tomato plant and guide it. So you put it through an opening in this big nylon netting, bring it back the next week and go like that, and then the next week that, and it just works its way up like that.
So you have to do that throughout the growing process.
Yes,
basically.
otherwise it just keeps growing and wants to spread out.
So we've got tomatoes in our garden,
Yep.
but we also have some other things
Well,
in there. We've got some peppers and eggplants.
Now these are not vine crops, they're a bush, and they grow fairly tall, so shorter varieties, medium and tall ones. Fruit is all different size, but what happens is they grow so big and the fruit gets so heavy that when the winds come later in the summer and the rains come, they'll blow the whole plant over. So what I wanted to do, instead of tying it up, I don't believe in tying. It takes too much time and you never get around to it and you forget about it. So I thought, how could we support the pepper plant or the eggplant without doing any work? Now we can take that same netting that we had vertically and we'll lay it down horizontally.
Okay.
Now, I put a stake in each corner of our 4x4 and then put that netting on, tie it at the stake, pull it nice and tight. And now that netting is right there, and you locate the first netting about 12 inches off the ground. And what's that plant going to do, that netting?
The plant is going to grow through,
Right.
get that support from the nylon, and if you need to add another one, we just go another foot up.
Right,
And
right.
tie
You put in maybe 3-foot stakes in each corner so you can tie as many of these levels in.
Gotcha. Excellent. Well, one of the things that I love about June also is that my basil is ready to be harvested.
Yeah, you start cutting quite a few of the herbs. And most of these you can just keep trimming and trimming and trimming. Now, there's a nice thing about basil. When you trim off a branch right above a leaf stem, 2 little sprouts will come out, and you've now doubled the number of sprouts. So the mathematical possibilities of that, you just keep trimming and it keeps growing and multiplying.
It's definitely something you have to teach the kids, though, because I took it for granted that I already knew that when I was harvesting my herbs, and I sent my daughter out to go get some. She brought me the whole plant. So I had to go back in there and I had to tell her, no, we want to cut it above at least 2 leaves.
Yes, right, that's
We
good.
don't want to just cut the whole plant off or
Right.
even pull it from the ground because it's going to continue to grow.
Now here's another secret on your square foot garden. Take your salad bowl and your scissors right to the garden and create your salad right from the garden. In fact, some people have had parties, a salad party, where everyone got a bowl and they all went to the garden and they each went around and collected just what they want.
I love doing that, actually, when I have a few friends over and we get a little hungry, especially when you're walking out in the garden and you see all the great food.
Yep.
All of us will get a bowl each and just start trimming. And it's actually a really good way to teach your neighbors and your friends and your family what you're into and how to do it too. And if they can get a little practice at your house, they might be inspired to start a garden of their own.
So we've got to spread the word of square foot gardening and get more people to garden. And that's going to cut your food bill in half too. If you grow your own, most people don't kind of think of that. So we want to show them square foot gardening is so simple, so easy, anyone can do it. We have gardens on tabletops that people in wheelchairs can garden. There's absolutely no reason why anyone, including you, can't have a square foot garden. So tune in next month. I'm going to tell you all about corn and a whole bunch of other Gardening Secrets from Square Foot Gardening.
Thanks for watching.